Welcome to the Career Corrective, your career lifeline that gives you laugh lines with Jenny and Allie.
Yep, that's definitely a Monet. Look at the technique, the brush strokes, the style. I don't even need to do the ultraviolet light tests or the chemical analysis. I know those water lilies anywhere.
What you have going on here?
We're talking about authenticity today, right?
Yeah.
Well, it reminded me to do my weekly fine art authentication, and this week it's Monet.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the Career Corrective, your career lifeline that gives you laugh lines with Jenny and Allie.
Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. Today is part 2 in our 3-part series about advocating for yourself at work.
Yes. Amazing. What we're really getting at is how to be authentic, and that's what we're going to dive into today.
In psychology, they see it as it's not just a nice to have, it's completely essential for your mental well-being, but it's really, really hard because the world is a big, scary place. Actually, work is a very scary place, and that's why we have this podcast.
That's right.
There's this psychologist, Kenan Sheldon, who talks about authentic behavior, how it helps you getting to the heart of it. It's about aligning your actions with your values and your identity. When all of these things work together, that's where the magic happens.
Yes. I don't know. Sometimes, though, doesn't it feel like you just want to be the jerk who's unaware and is selfish? You know? Doesn't that seem appealing, though, sometimes?
You're bringing up something that's so important, and I forgot to mention. People listening to this or people reading about this, you can misuse information regardless. Just look at the internet and all of the people spewing hate all over the place. But if someone is incompetent, they could misuse what we're saying as an excuse to be lazy or terrible at their job and demand they get everything they want. Like, oh, I'm self-advocating. And that is not what we are talking about. We're talking about you, our peeps, our anxious achievers. You work so hard, you do your best, and you have trouble standing up for yourself. So that is what the psychology talks about. When your actions and your values and your identity all synthesize, then advocating for that can help you stay true to yourself. And that is authenticity.
Yes. That's what we're going to teach you.
Through the power of Greek yogurt. No.
I was just going to say, what's going on with Greek yogurt this week?
Well, I do have a fun little topic for the end of the show today. So I thought, dry your eyes, Jenny, but I thought we could skip.
We got to wait till the end.
It's not going to be Greek yogurt. No one will stay if it's Greek yogurt.
Do you want me to tell a story about one of my driving incidences yesterday? Would that be better? I can tell you about my Uber driver last night.
Okay.
We ordered the Uber, and this guy shows up in one of those old, it looked like a cop car. You know, one of those old cop cars?
Yes.
And the doors weren't working. So he had to come around and open it.
Can we just pause? Uber pulls up. The doors aren't working. And the first thing I want to do is still get in the vehicle.
It said Uber on the back of the car. So It was legit, but I didn't give him any stars. I didn't order that Uber, so I had nothing to do with it. But it was really cool. We went downtown. They had all the street vendors out. Everybody had their Christmas stuff. And then they put up a big tree, but it wasn't lit because I guess they're doing a tree ceremony. These people drove by and they had their whole cars were decked out in Christmas lights.
I've noticed in Florida that Christmas is huge
Yeah.
early. I think the reason might be that there's no other indicator of what season it is.
I think Thank
Just
you.
palm trees all the time.
Right.
I love it. I would do Christmas lights all year round.
Same. Well, that would explain why pumpkin spice is so big down here.
It comes full circle with the pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice, but we've moved past pumpkin spice now. We're into the peppermint season.
All your beverages of choice with
Yes.
holiday cheer.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you had fun.
Just get out, be amongst the people.
Nice. I love those community events. Such a lively, positive atmosphere.
You can't go wrong. Let's just dive in, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, why is getting clear about what you truly want, being authentic and remembering your strengths the first step in self-advocacy?
Yesterday, we talked about the 1 in 60 rule for aviators, the navigation rule. Your coordinates being pinpointed are crucial to ending up on course.
Mm-hmm.
Same with your life, but that's just the first step. Self-advocacy, you want to advocate for what you truly want, and it's so difficult to actually do. Things at work, things in life come at us so fast, and it's the push-pull of all of the things that we've talked about. What do other people think? What is the image? It's the reason that so many people feel pressure to put the mask on in the first place. And that can all take you off track from where you want to go. This clarity is going to get you to stay true to yourself in what you want. Now, the caveat is that is if you want to stay true to yourself. If you want an image or your life to look good from the outside, but you're not really concerned with what you're all truly about, then I don't know why you're here. This is not for you. But if you do, then being crystal clear on where you want to go is going to be crucial to helping you stay on track.
Okay. Yeah. It's hard nowadays with social media.
Yes.
Because they just keep pumping the idea of the perfect life, the perfect image, and it's not real.
Plastic surgery, social media.
Right. Look at all the things I have, and
Yes.
they don't show you the other side of that.
Or let's simplify how easy it is. Just eat this and then you're going to hit your goals. No, eat that and then you're going to hit your goals. Go to the gym 1 day a week, but stand on your third toe. Yeah, that's all it takes.
Right.
It seems like we're making the image of how easy things are. This podcast is messy on the other hand.
Very messy. And it's beautiful.
A beautiful mess we call life, and really how to truly move the needle if you want your truth.
That's right. Yeah. Our listeners, I think they want to speak their truth and live in their truth.
I hope they do.
Yeah. All right. So let's continue with that then. Let's get it from your perspective, Allie.
All right. Putting your ego aside and being dedicated to whatever healthy is for you, knowing what your strengths are going to help you keep the distractions at bay, let go of negativity, because gossip, unhealthy relationships, focusing on bringing others down, that's a common theme I see with social media. I'm perfect, and that other way is horrible. No, there's room for, there's a million different ways to get to where you want to go. Now, being authentic, what it means to me is keep yourself busy with being your whole best self, growing, learning, evolving, and focusing on what you can control to move the needle for yourself. So instead of saying, my boss is terrible, it's not fair at work, it may not be fair at work. Your boss probably is terrible.
Yeah.
But
I know
Jenny,
it. I know they're terrible. I'm just kidding.
looking at you,
It'd be
Harold.
wonderful. Yeah, from accounting.
Say, oh my gosh, we truly don't know a
It'd be
Harold,
wonderful. But yet we do know the Harold.
the prototype.
Yeah.
Jenny, you are so funny. But we can always get bogged down with what isn't fair. And if you're authentic, it's a balance between what do I truly want, not this pie in the sky, but what do I truly want? And then how do I operate within the social construct and the social norms to be able to get there in a way, like Dale Carnegie said, how to win friends and influence people. You balance what the realities are within the current state with how you can take back your power, be authentic, and navigate with that balance in mind. And hopefully that's what we're going to let you illuminate for you.
I have an article for you today. Yeah, how about that?
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's from Psychology Today about being authentic, and I thought we could chat through it.
Love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. First, they talk about why we struggle to be authentic.
Mm-hmm.
So, in an age, dominated by technology, social media, all the messages about who we should be, it's constantly bombarding us, right?
Yes.
And eroding at our ability to stay true to ourselves. It's the social norms, the expectations, definition of success, this idea of perfectionism. It's superficial. It says that from childhood, we've been conditioned to fit in, to mold ourselves into what society or others expect. This learned behavior, known as the adaptive self, prioritizes acceptance over authenticity. While the adaptive self serves a purpose, letting it dominate can leave you feeling disconnected, lonely, unfulfilled, things like that.
Yeah. We touched on the social media part and the perfectionism already, but I think it's a great way to kick this off. So great article, Jenny, already.
Thank you.
But it's this balance of the adaptive self is taking cues from your environment, pushing you toward feeling obligated to be perfect, be superficial. We don't want to sit here and say life is in a bubble of, oh, just don't worry about that.
Right.
Of course, you need to take all of that into consideration. But even if it's a positive where you are aware of all these push and pulls of society and what's going on right now, if you go too far, you're going to feel disconnected, lonely, unfulfilled, just like this article kicks off. It's finding the balance in what works for you, and really being authentic means if you have to do some things to fit in, play the game, whatever your workplace is about, don't go so far as to where you lose yourself. And hopefully what we talk about will help you find the balance, because if it comes down to your authenticity to fit in, that's where it goes too far. So this is all very nuanced, and there's continuums here. It's not black and white of be who you truly are, screw the adaptive self, although Jenny did give that suggestion, and it is very good. But
thank you. Thanks so much. No, it's not realistic to do that, but if you can keep reminding yourself of who you are and try to be your authentic self in every situation, I think that's helpful.
well put.
Thank you. Next, the article talks about rediscovering your authentic self. Or how are we going to get back and find it? To reclaim authenticity, you need to connect with your authentic self, the part of you driven by your values, passions, and purpose. It's not easy, but the reward is profound. It's going to be deeper connections, genuine fulfillment, and a sense of belonging. It's not going to be society's expectations. It's going to be to yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
One thing that I think can help as we go through this journey of this article is think about the people around you and the people you spend the most time with. Are they authentic? If they are, then you probably feel very warm and fuzzy when you spend time with them. And maybe you can pick up a few things from them, but surrounding yourself with others who are at least working at this. It may be hard to find your authentic people, but if you can seek them out, you may not feel as lonely in your journey, and hang out with us because we're authentic.
Yeah, come on down to Florida.
I meant more virtually through the podcast, but
I'll get us an Uber. We can go out. I'll take you to the market. All right, let's chat through some of the ways the article describes how we can achieve this.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you're a fly on the wall in your own life. Watch how your adaptive self reacts under pressure, responds to challenges, and makes decisions. Notice what feels natural versus what feels forced.
This is all about being very mindful.
Very not demure.
Or very demure.
Either way.
It's a good place to start, and it's the hardest thing to do, to notice. You know, Jenny, I'm always working on healthy eating, working out. And a couple years ago, I've been reading how to integrate a more centered approach, to be not so extreme.
Right.
And I hated this idea of observing myself and mindfulness. And it just felt the opposite of what I wanted to do. I am a power through, achieve, kind of person. And so I asked a friend to hold me accountable. And I said, I have to slow down and observe, because I feel like it's the only thing I have not been able to do. It's not my personality. And I feel like if I can do it, then I might be able to crack this code of just having moderate, a healthy lifestyle. I'm not looking to be an Olympian.
Right.
I had been working on this for a long time and successful in certain ways with finding my healthy patterns. The problem was I would peter out and then go into phases where I wasn't doing it. So I asked her to do a weekly session with me where all we would talk about is how I observed myself and my relationship to food and working out. That's all it was.
Okay.
By week 3,
yeah,
I was amazed how much observing myself, the very thing I just would not do, helped. And I have had more success with my healthy endeavors over the past couple of years since we did that. This is it absolutely really what happened. I don't know if I told you this before, Jenny, but it made more of a difference than all of my pushing through and working. And I've helped other people with work stuff where I've seen it apply. But if you are someone who has trouble slowing down to make those observations, I can tell you there is so much in that step that's worthwhile.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
Hey listeners, we hope you're enjoying the conversation so far. If you want to hear the full episode, go back and take a listen. It's called The Power of Being Real: How Authenticity Fuels Self-Advocacy. It's linked for you in the description below.